Hello there, I'm Councilor Ronin Beatmaker, and welcome to Ronin Art and Music, home to Ronin Music, Lounge Ronin, all things, everything, the Monday Mindset, Rants, and Ronin Reviews. We strive to make holistic and authentic content that aims to improve your individuality, mental fortitude, and peace of mind. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love. Now, back to the show. Hello there, it's your host, Councilor Ronin Beatmaker, with another episode of Lounge Ronin, all things, everything. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And on this episode, we're going to discuss Boston City Councilor Tania Fernandes Anderson arrested on federal public corruption charges. Alrighty, let's get into it. So I did a highlighting to hit all the hot spots so we can cover the important information. Now, this is from the United States Attorney's Office, District of Massachusetts. This came out Friday. Boston City Councilor Tania Fernandes Anderson has been indicted by federal grand jury for alleged kickback scheme to obtain thousands of dollars in cash from a staff member in exchange for a large bonus. Tania Anderson, 45, of Boston, was indicted on 5 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. Fernandes Anderson was arrested this morning and will appear in federal court in Boston at 2:15 p.m. today. Now, this was on Friday. Quote, the FBI arrested Boston City Councilor Tania today for allegedly orchestrating a kickback scheme in which she stole thousands of dollars in taxpayer money for herself, said Jody Cohen, special agent in charge of the Federal Bureau of Investigation Boston Division. Quote, using public office for personal gain is a crime. Her behavior, as alleged in today's indictment, is a slap in the face to the hardworking taxpayers in the city of Boston who have every right to expect that the city's funds are in good and honest hands. Quote, Tania was elected to serve the citizens of Boston, but today we arrested her for allegedly orchestrating a kickback scheme to enrich herself through the misproportion of city funds, said Jonathan Woodkai, acting special agent in charge of the Internal Revenue Service Criminal Investigation, Boston Field Office. Fernandes currently serves as city councilor for Boston's 7th district, which includes Roxbury, Dorchester, Fenway, and part of the South End. She was first elected to office to a 2-year term in November 2021 and won re-election in November 2023. According to the court documents, in and about 2022, Fernandes hired 2 members of her immediate family as salaried employees of her city council staff. Because city councils are prohibited by law from hiring immediate family members to their paid staff, Fernandes was required to terminate their salaried employment in or about August 2022. Additionally, from in about March 2023 to May 2023, to March 2023 to May 2023, the Massachusetts State Ethics Commission notified Fernandes Anderson of its findings and that it would be seeking a $5,000 civil penalty payment from her. From in and about early to mid 2023, Fernandes Anderson was allegedly facing personal financial difficulty, which includes the outstanding $5,000 civil penalty payment to the Ethics Commission. It is further alleged that in or about early May 2023, Fernandes Anderson told staff member A that she would give them extra pay in the form of a large bonus, but that staff member A would give a portion of the bonus back to Fernandes Anderson. Staff member A agreed to the arrangement with Fernandes Anderson. And here we have a screenshot of that deal. On or about May 3rd, 2023, Fernandes Anderson allegedly sent an email to a City Boston employee to process bonus payments of her city council staff. In the email, Fernandes Fernandez Anderson instructed the City of Boston employee to process bonus payments of $13,000 to staff member A, more than twice as large as the total amount of all bonus payments to Fernandez Anderson other staff combined. Staff member deposited the bonus check on or about May 26, 2023 into their account at Santander Bank. It is alleged that at Fernandez Anderson's direction, staff member A then made separate cash withdrawals of the payments of three separate dates: 3,000 on May 31st, 2023, 3,000 on June 5th, 2023, and 4,000 on June 9th, 2023. It is alleged that on June 9th, 2023, immediately following the final cash withdrawal, Fernandez Anderson and staff member A arranged to meet at a bathroom at City Hall. There, a staff member allegedly provided Fernandez Anderson with $7,000 in cash. The charges of wire fraud each provide a sentence up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of up to $250,000. The charge of theft concerning program received federal funds provides to a sentence of up to 10 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of up to $250,000. Damn. U.S. Attorney Levy, FBI SAC Cohen, and IRS Acting SAC Wildkai made the announcement today. Assistant U.S. Attorneys John T. Mulcahy and Dustin Chow of the Public Corruption and Special Prosecution Unit are prosecuting the case. Yeah, she's fucked. She's fucked. Um, it's absolutely crazy. Um, what's happening now? The fact that we have like, who would have thought that the FBI would actually be following through with their responsibilities, and the fact that they're going after a Democrat in such a brazen and blatant move is pretty impressive. Now, I don't know if this is because of the fact that Trump has now won, that the FBI feels like maybe it might want to show some favor to Trump by actually investigating and following through with charges against these Democrats. I, I'm just speculating here. I don't know. But I just find it very shocking that the FBI would go to this type of lengths and to publicly arrest her. Now let's cover that.
Austin City Councilor Tania Fernandes Anderson has just been taken into custody. Here's video from moments ago of the FBI investigation, but neither she nor the Austin City Councilor Tania Fernandes Anderson has just been taken into custody. Here's video from moments ago of the FBI outside in Dorchester.
So there you have it. There's that's the footage of her getting arrested. I have to admit, I do find this one I love the fact that she got her hands up. like she's a threat. She got her hands up. Yeah, I'm coming out, coming out, coming out. So this is really, I think, unprecedented in the fact of what everything is kind of going on, especially in this climate. The fact that there's been so much clear corruption going on within Democratic um, Party, whether it's locally or federally, and it's being exposed. And let's not pretend like there isn't corruption going on the Republican side as well. I'm not excusing the Republicans either. There's just as much corruption, but what's crazy right now is like the fact that the Democrats are so brazen with their corruption and have no problem just being public about it. It's absolutely fascinating. At least the Republicans have the respect to kind of, keep it hush hush. The Republicans, the Democrats, they're like, we're just gonna tweet about it. We're gonna make TikTok videos about it. We're gonna be like Nancy Pelosi and do documentaries exposing our corruption just for the sake of nepotism and being neurotic. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I think with this woman, they're setting an example. I don't know if they're gonna go for if they're gonna if we're gonna see other local Democratic city councilors or mayors go down for corruption. But we right now, this is crazy to me. The FDA just said that they're about to ban food dyes in our food. Just as RFK said that that's one of the plans. It's almost as if like our government or entities, these organized entities are realizing what's coming and they're trying to save face and maybe get some goodwill with Trump and his administration that's coming into play. I just think there's a really interesting situation kind of going on here. And I don't know if because of what Biden did by pardoning his son has now further eroded the trust of the federal government and the trust in the Democratic Party because for over a year, he himself and the Democratic establishment and the mainstream media said he was never going to pardon his son. Everyone with half a brain cell knew he was more than likely going to do that. So when that happened, I wasn't surprised. I was like, well, what did you think was going to happen? So I'm wondering if because of this situation, these government entities and organizations are now feeling the pressure and feeling like maybe they have to save face before Trump comes into office and maybe gain some goodwill. Just a little speculation of mine.
Member Tania Fernandes Anderson was arrested. Title 18, United States Code 666. According to the indictment that was returned by a federal grand jury earlier this week, Ms. Fernandez Anderson was facing financial difficulty in 2023. Part of that financial difficulty stemmed from a sanction that was imposed by the State Ethics Commission of $5,000 for Ms. Fernandez Anderson hiring immediate family members in her Boston City Council office. And in around that same time in 2023, Ms. Fernandez Anderson, the grand jury alleges, patched this scheme to funnel bonus payments, taxpayer money into her own pocket in the tune of approximately $7,000. Specifically, despite the fact that she was under investigation by the State Ethics Commission, Ms. Fernandez Anderson hired another family member on her staff at Boston City Hall to handle constituent services. That staff member was related to her, but Ms. Fernandes Anderson falsely represented to City Hall that there was no familial relationship. That is staff member A in the indictment. Ms. Fernandes Anderson then went on to tell that staff member A that she would give that person a $13,000 bonus. That bonus of $13,000 was more than twice as much as Ms. Fernandes was paying to the rest of her staff combined in bonuses. That supersized bonus came with a hitch. Ms. Fernandes Anderson told staff member A that she would need to fork over $7,000 in cash back to Ms. Fernandes Anderson. Staff member A agreed. The indictment alleges that after staff member A received the deposit of approximately $10,000 after taxes in her bank account, staff member A was directed to make cash withdrawals. And she did that in the days following the receipt of the money in her bank account. $3,000 on May 31st, 2023, $3,000 on June 5th, 2023, and $4,000 on the afternoon of Friday, June 9th, 2023. And shortly after that last cash withdrawal, Ms. Fernandes Anderson and staff member A texted each other, and they arranged for a meetup in a bathroom in City Hall. That meeting happened in the bathroom around 4 o'clock or so on that Friday. And when they met inside that bathroom, Ms. Fernandes Anderson put $7,000 in cash in her pocket, the grand jury alleges. All of that money was funded by the taxpayers of the city of Boston. When faced with financial hardship and that State Ethics Commission $5,000 sanction, Ms. Fernandes Anderson chose to violate her fiduciary duty and defraud the city of Boston, the indictment alleges, rather than find a legal means to pay off that debt. When her constituents elected Ms. Fernandes Anderson, she had a fundamental obligation to act with the utmost integrity. Public officials who line their pockets with taxpayer money erode the trust and confidence of the public in the officials who serve them. Public service is a privilege, and all of us in public service have a duty to act with integrity and fairness in all that we do.
Things are heating up. Things are heating up. I really think they're going to make a very, very prime example out of her. A very big example out of her. Let's continue. We got more videos. And like I said, I don't know if this is about trying to save face until Trump gets into office, but you know, we'll know if more cases like this occur leading up to Trump's inauguration. Because then, if more federal cases like the more state corruption cases get publicized, for instance, Fannie Willis. If they charge Fannie Willis, then you know that there's definitely something going on here. Then you know the tides are seriously turning. Whether it's to save face or to gain favor remains to be seen. But this is just a speculation of mine.
Councilor, can you just tell us what happened?
I'm sorry, you're in my way.
Did you do it?
Can I pass,
What did you
please?
do with the $7,000?
Can I pass by, please?
Sure, you can. We just want to find out, what did you do with the $7,000?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we just want to ask the
Not
councilor.
commenting.
Yeah,
Right, but y'all, but come
yeah,
on.
sure, we just want to get her comments. Not you. Can you just,
We got to keep walking. This is
Councilor,
guys. This is not fair.
this
This
is
is
your
not
wants
fair.
you to.
No, this is
You're
what
not
she
gonna hit me with
gets. She wants to play these
No, I
types
just
of
wanna ask you if you
games.
intend to
This is the
resign.
type of
Don't have-
outcome she
Please,
gets.
just let us leave and respect our privacy.
What's your
What,
reaction?
what privacy? She's using taxpayer fund money.
You're an elected official. What's your reaction to the charges? You have no comment at all?
I've already said she doesn't have a comment.
Right, well,
So
I'm gonna ask her, not you.
Thank
I'm
you.
a lawyer.
You're using taxpayer money to cover your irresponsibilities with your financial decisions. How is that the taxpayer's responsibility? Why are the people of Massachusetts having to pay for your irresponsibilities in your financial decisions. I mean, you see the photo we have of her. She was clearly a well-dressed woman. Maybe you should have saved some of that cash instead of spending it on dressing good all the time. The lack of financial responsibility should not be put on the people of Massachusetts because of your dumbass and your lack of care for your own constituents. I mean, it's no different than Nancy Pelosi, right? It's no different. And you know, and individuals like her, you know, she'll go to prison. They'll make an example out of her, but they never make an example of the top dogs. They never get any real punishment. And I also think it's very fitting and funny that they would use her, this brown woman, as their prime example. Because it's kind of funny, right? We saw it with what happened in Bridgeport, Connecticut, with the Dropbox stuffing. They'll always throw a black, brown, Democratic woman under the bus, or even man. All right, look what happened with Mayor Adams, and now all of a sudden, he calls out the Biden administration for not handling the border. Then the FBI raid him and charge him and are investigating him. And now that Trump won, he's thinking about becoming a Republican and wanting to get the immigrants out. I mean, he's full of shit himself. All right, he has no problem sucking off any taint as long as that taint will have his back. He was sucking off the taint of the Democrats. They screwed him over. Now he's going to suck off the taint of the Republicans. You know. But this is the thing. They always will throw a brown or black person on the Democratic Party under the bus. They will throw them under the bus first before they throw a white person under the bus. So if any more cases like this happen, don't be surprised if they're people of color. Don't be surprised. And now that also includes Asians. Like, I'm just saying, like, do not be surprised. Like that mayor in Oakland in California, like, she's under investigation as well for corruption. Don't be surprised if she ends up getting indicted and stuff as well. All right, they have no problem throwing them under the bus. And she's a prime example of that. But she's also done this to herself because of the personality and the rhetoric and the type of political person that she is. You know, she's part of the far left. She's part of that mentality, that hive mentality. And they're so willing to be puppets. And then when the play has been ended, they get disposed of. Because that's how the game is played. Let's look at her type of rhetoric and why it's no surprise that they're throwing her under the bus.
In this council, in order to get respect as a black woman, I'm not afraid of anybody here. When I make a mistake, I will be clear. I don't hate you as a white woman. I don't hate you as a white man. I am sick and tired of this body so stupidly racially divided, so afraid, so depraved. People with no faith because they are afraid of their losing their investment. They're afraid of bargaining. They're afraid of leveraging. These people have, oh my God, I can't even call you cowards because desperation deserves mercy. Here's a redistricting. Fine, we give it to a white woman. Can we all get along? Can we get together? Can we love each other now? Can we make sure that black and brown babies don't die? Can we make sure that cops don't kill before people are proven innocent? Can we do that? No, because this body crucifies you first because of allegations. This is not a court. You don't get to crucify people before they're proven guilty. They're innocent until proven guilty. Now, after this, I will look forward to working with you because I have stamina. I believe, as Baldwin said, what you do, not what you say. Your votes here sometimes are racist. You move sometimes in a way that hurts my people. And then when I get up to stand up and talk, all she talks about is black stuff. As you should. I am here to represent every single black woman and man that suffers in the community. God has my back. I am not afraid to not have political aside or any type of affiliations or connections. I came here, I fear none, no man but my Lord. I came here to serve people. I came here to love. I came here to grow. But people talk about this racial equity thing. It's all fake. And you do politics and you hurt each other. And yet, here I am, a 5-foot-tall African woman from the projects. And I'm here to tell you, if the voters don't vote me back,
She's a thick little honey. I'm not gonna lie, she's got a decent body on her. But this is the type of rhetoric that she's speaking, and this is the type of rhetoric that cost her. Oh, did you guys not see it? Hold on, let me pull that up so you guys can see it. We'll play it again so you guys can see it.
Anybody here, when the do I have to do in this council in order to get respect as a black woman?
You already heard it. So, but this is her. She's a thick little chunky monkey. I'm not gonna lie. But this rhetoric that she has spoken, she's a complete and total hypocrite. And they did vote her back in, at the expense of losing their credibility. Now we don't know if other people were in on this, or if there are other people within the Boston political apparatus that might go down for this. She might throw other people's names under the bus to at least reduce her sentencing. But I definitely think they're going to throw the book at her and make an example out of her. Who knows? She might get lucky and Biden might pardon her. So you never know. 2024, this season finale has been wrapping up with a doozy, so you never know. But I really think that she's definitely going to be made a prime example of. I will be curious to see if more people, whether it's in any more people in any other Democratic states that end up getting arrested and tried for corruption charges similar to hers, I will not be surprised. Don't be surprised. But I think if we see any more, it will be Democratic women and men, and they will either be black, brown, or Asian. As this woman is here, you have that mayor in Oakland who just got kicked out. She's got a thick one, man. She's thick. She's a cutie. She's not bad looking, honestly. She's not bad. Man, I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I really think you're going to see more cases of this happen. And I'm just curious, what is the change? Are they trying to save face? Are they trying to gain favor with Trump? Because when Trump gets into office and Kash Patel becomes the head of the FBI, it's going to be very interesting to see what type of federal charges, who's going to get arrested. It's going to be very interesting. Like I said, the FDA is now planning on banning food dyes that are extremely harmful to us. And Trump said no, RFK said that was one of the first things he's going to do when he gets in the office and he's the head of the FDA. So I don't know, y'all. Things are heating up. It's changing. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on all of this, because I'm telling you, I just think more people like Fernandes Anderson here are gonna fall. I think they're gonna be making more examples out of Democratic officials and maybe even some Republican officials as well. Just to be, just to make sure there's a little bit of balance. We'll see what happens with the former mayor over in Oakland, California. We'll see what happens with Katie Hobbs and all the interesting stuff going on there. Uh, Man, 2025 is going to be really interesting. So please leave your comments and your thoughts below. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Lounge Ronin, all things, everything. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And until next time, stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love.